Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Delaney Haley, Head of Customer Operations and Experience at Alix, and I'm here to make sure you don't make costly mistakes as a new executor. It's an unfortunate truth that there are several missteps you might make that could end up being kind of costly, but they're all avoidable if you know what to watch out for. So that's what I'm going to tell you about in this video, starting with the biggest and potentially most costly one. But first, just a quick reminder, this is a video for general information and isn't legal advice. Executor rules vary by state, so if in doubt, consult a professional like Alix, which you can do using the link in the description of this video. The mistake that can cost you. Okay, so we've talked about it in a previous video, but basically as executor, you're responsible for making payments for debts and expenses, and you have to make those payments in a specific order. So, as you can probably guess, the big mistake here is making those payments in the wrong order. So what does that mean exactly? Well, think of it like this. Say you're the executor of your parents' estate, and early on in the process, one of your siblings asks if they can have that old grandfather clock that they've always loved. You say yes. After all, you're pretty sure they'll inherit it anyway, and they're upset, so this is going to make them feel better. That's a reasonable human way of looking at it. Now, along come all of the creditors who you have to pay, and the taxes and other expenses you have to take care of. And the estate is actually too low on funds to cover what it legally owes, and you've already given away an asset. Now you, as the executor, could be personally on the hook for the difference owed. Look, yes, it seems like a simple mistake to avoid. Just don't give anything away. Easy, right? Well, typically this isn't a mistake people make because they're being careless. It's more of a mix of a few things. People don't know the rules well enough. And also remember, people are grieving, which makes everything harder. It's easier said than done to just not distribute anything right away. Because when your loved one passes, your family may want to come together and take care of each other. So maybe you feel it's the right thing to do to write a check or pay off a credit card for a family member in need. Or on the other side, sometimes family members also pressure the executor to do this. There are many examples where relationships between siblings are ruined during this process, which obviously makes it even tougher to stick to the rules. Just remember that you are the one taking on the personal risk if you skip ahead of the legal process. It's definitely in your best interest to keep all of the estate assets secure and only distribute them in the correct order. Now, of course, it would be helpful if we were to go through the correct order to do things. So let's talk through that now. First, you'll want to secure all of the estate's assets. Take a thorough inventory of everything before anything goes anywhere. Next, you'll have to notify the creditors, who will then get a window of time to make valid claims, usually about 60 days or so. And yes, it may be tempting to skip this step. It will just cause a bigger headache later, along with liability for you. Once the creditor's window closes, you can pay off the valid debts and taxes. There is a specific order for these as well, and that order is set by your state's laws. For example, in California, the order generally is probate administration expenses, funeral and burial, last illness, family allowance, wage claims, debts that have collateral like mortgages and auto loans, government claims on unpaid taxes, general debts like credit cards and cell phone bills, and all other remaining claims. Only after you take care of all these obligations will you be able to distribute whatever remains to the heirs and beneficiaries. Now, paying out of order is the biggest mistake, but there are some others to be aware of here. So we've already discussed distributing assets early. It doesn't matter what the item is or what your intention is. Just don't do it, or it could cause headaches later. Also, we mentioned notifying creditors. Lots of people skip the formal notice process, but again, this can backfire and make you liable for costs. So I'd recommend not doing that. Other mistakes that could cost you, one is missing tax and court deadlines. You'll need to file all the final taxes like income and estate and make any probate deadlines. If you don't, you can incur penalties. Another one is commingling funds, which is basically moving estate money to your personal bank account, even if just temporarily. It makes a whole record-keeping mess and creates a liability risk. So it is necessary to keep all assets separate. And finally, another mistake is simply poor record keeping. You're the executor, so you have to account for every asset, every expense, and every distribution. If you can't, you could face personal liability. Okay, so I've hit you with a lot of potential negatives there, and you might be feeling a little bit nervous. Don't worry, all of this is manageable and avoidable if you know what you're dealing with, and we're going to walk through how to protect yourself now. To put it simply, just slow down and be sure of everything you do before you do it. Open a bank account specifically to be a dedicated estate account and run all estate money through it. That'll help avoid commingling the funds. Like I mentioned, keep records, good records of everything you can, like who you notified of what and when, what was paid, what was distributed, and why. And really take your time when it comes to distributions. You might be facing pressure from family members, but just stick to the legal payment order and you'll be okay. Don't try to move too fast through things. That's when executors make these mistakes. And also, ask for help when you need it. I won't sugarcoat it. This process is hard. It is. You're going to be facing more than 150 tasks and deadlines with specific requirements that have to be done in a particular order. And mistakes have consequences that can ripple forward through the whole thing. It's a daunting task, especially for new executors who have no background or knowledge in this type of legal business. And that's where Alix comes in. Look, we believe that you shouldn't have to risk your personal funds to do this process right. That's why we're here to help. Alix makes sure the estate is settled in the correct order so you're protected through the whole process. You don't have to do this alone. The first step is to fill out our short survey by clicking on the link in the description. If we're a good match, we'll take it from there. Also, make sure you take a look at our next video. It covers what happens to your loved one's debts when they pass and if you're responsible for paying them. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.